Tinka is a zinc explorer in Peru. We're focusing on grade. We've just started a drill program and hitting some pretty spectacular grade down there in our current drill program. So that's our current focus, but not only grade, we're also looking to expand our resource. We have an existing resource there, and the focus is not only on grade, but also on finding more resources. So like that. So Tinka has a large land package in central Peru. A project's called Ayawilca. We have an existing zinc resource of 18.8 million tonnes at just over 8% zinc equivalent. That resource is going to grow. We think it can grow quite substantially, so it's already a significant deposit in its own right. That resource we've developed by ourselves and our own drilling in this last 2 or 3 years. It was a management change 2 years ago. I've got a brand new team of guys. I joined 2 years ago, and you may know Tinka before as a silver explorer, but now we're fully focused on zinc. We're fully funded for this year's drill program. We've just started. We're about a quarter of the way through a 10 to 15,000 metre drill program. We're fully funded for that program, and we hit high-grade zinc in our first hole. So I think things are going well. I'll tell you more about that. And a great technical team. Myself lived in Peru, worked for a number of companies over the years with zinc discoveries in Peru, and Alvaro, my VP Explorations, got some great success behind him too. So we've got a great team of guys working down there. This is a snapshot of the market cap. We're around 130 million today. We close at 63 cents. We've had a good run this last 2 or 3 months. So that's the last 12 months. You can see on that graph, last year was largely a permitting year for us. We're now fully permitted to drill for the next 3 to 4 years. And it took us all of last year to get those drill permits. We got the permits in February of this year. Started drilling in February, March, and you can see we've had some success, largely based on our recent drill intercepts. Where are we located? We're located in a jurisdiction of significant zinc endowment. This is one of the world's largest zinc belts, without a question of a doubt. All of the existing mines, most of them zinc mines, not all, but most of them are zinc mines located on this map. There's good infrastructure right throughout the belt. We have a good road from the coast that goes right through our project. It's about an 8-hour drive from Lima to the project. So there's good road, there's plenty of water in the belt, there's rail, and there's refineries. There's a zinc refinery here right on the coast, and there's excellent infrastructure all the way through this part of the world. This is a zoom in on our resource. Now I just focus you on the blue polygons. So the blue polygons here, there's west, central and east. Those are our zinc resources. So that's the 18.8 million tonnes. We used to be a silver explorer, and this is our silver resource up here around 2 kilometres to the north, so that's 2 kilometres away. We also have a tin resource sitting underneath the zinc. It's physically separated from the zinc, and it's lying here underneath the zinc resource. Now, this whole area is extremely prospective. Why haven't we drilled it before? Because we didn't have it permitted. So now we're fully permitted to drill all our targets in this entire map. So we started drilling 2 months ago, hole 56. Joe's going to have to buy a new battery for this thing. It's starting to run out of power. But at hole 56, down here in the southern corner here, was our first drill intersection for this year. This is an idea of what the mineralisation looks like in cross-section. That's a long section from west to east. You can see we've got the meat in the sandwich, which is the blue horizon in the middle. That's a limestone. So these are favourable rocks that get replaced as the zinc comes up from underneath. It replaces the limestone and then develops flat-lying, we call them mantos or chimneys. So that's that blue rock, and our existing resource. You can see the blue bodies, and the tin body is the red body underneath. right? So they're quite physically separated bodies. And the scale of that map's about 1.3 kilometres. Resource is wide open to the right-hand side. It's still open down deep to the left-hand side, and it's open out of the page in both directions. So this is a cross-section of our recent drilling, okay? So we've just released 6 holes to the market, and these are 4 of those holes. Now I'll just point you out the grade of this hole 56. So we've got an intercept there of 63, nearly 64 metres at 5.6% zinc, and then underneath that there was another intercept of 52 metres at 10.1% zinc. Then we drilled another hole there. We've got 40 metres at 9 and 15 at 20. So this, if you remember what the resource was 8% zinc equivalent. These grades are significantly better than our resource even. So very encouraging start. We've got 250 metres there on the section. We're fault bounded, but we're still working out. We still believe that and we know that there's mineralisation on both sides. On the fault to the left-hand side, we know that fault is mineralised, and it's mineralised on this block. We just got to chase it out along strike. So we're currently doing that. I think the batteries are dying on this thing, to be honest. There we go. So that cross-section I just showed you was AA prime, and basically we're now working to close the gap between where we're currently drilling and our existing resources. We've got 3 rigs turning at the moment down in the southwest corner at South Ayawilca. Shortly we're going to have a new rig drilling zone 3. Now you can see this is a magnetic image, and the zinc is not magnetic, but we get magnetic mineralisation occurring with the zinc. So it's almost like a 1-to-1 correlation. So we're pretty confident that these red blobs that you can see on that map is indicating mineralisation. Again, why didn't we drill it before? It was because we didn't have it permitted. And now we're fully permitted to drill the southern zone, the zone 3, and also up the northern part where you see Chowcha and Valley. Those are also permitted to drill. This is a gravity image. Again, similar. You can see anomalies outside of the resources that haven't been drilled, that we'll be drilling later on this year. This is a zinc in soils map. You can see lots of red. That just means there's zinc bleeding out of the rocks. And again, a lot of those areas where there's zinc bleeding out of the rocks haven't been drilled. So what are we doing? We're drilling. We're in that yellow star there on the map, drilling away. We expect to be drilling most of this year and putting out there's catalysts for news. We're going to be putting out lots of news to the market. We're also going to be doing some metallurgical work. This is all sulfide, by the way. There's no oxide here. It's all zinc sulfide. So it's pretty standard metallurgy, as it is for most of these deposits, zinc deposits in central Peru. But we're going to do more metallurgical tests, and we've already done some tests which have ticked the box in terms of getting good recoveries and grade, but there's more work to do. This is a panoramic picture of where we're drilling. There's the 3 rigs there turning in southern Ayawilca. You can see it's pretty spectacular high altitude Peru, but not atypical to any other project in this part of the world. We're at 4,200 metres elevation, but once you get up there you can see it's really relatively flat. Green, so there's lots of water. There's a public road that goes right through the property and also a power line, so there's really good infrastructure. That's pretty much it. We've got a booth here in the corner, at the far corner of the room. If anyone would like to come and talk to us either today or tomorrow, we've got a sample of our 20-30% zinc there, so we can show you some of that. And there's lots of that coming out of the ground. And the guy in the middle who's acting like Julius Caesar, that's Alvaro. He's our geologist on the ground, and he's pretty excited with the cores that are coming out of the ground. So on that note, right at 10 minutes, I'll say thank you very much. Good afternoon.